As the world aged, population also increased, making people compete for limited resources. The sad reality is the powerless often lose the battle. Worse, the powerful often not being satisfied and would tend to exploit. This system of resource use had been happening for years and became a constant threat to sustainable development. Here, we will be exploring the concept of land tenure and access to natural resources for sustainability in the Philippines. Power can be measured on how individuals get access to resources. Thus, inequalities in access to resources means inequalities in power, which may the powerful actors be able to achieve their goals than the others. This inequality leads to maldistribution of power that negatively affect the efforts for sustainable development in many dimensions. Current study shows the relationship between poverty and power maldistribution in overexploitation of natural resources. Corporate power, when left unchecked, allows for neglecting signs which delay actions over issues from toxic chemicals to global warming, which is detrimental to the present times and in the future. While there are a lot of views on how poverty relates with natural resources management, others saw the growing population affecting finite natural resources with technology that define the type and of degree of impact. Environmental degradation and biodiversity loss is often associated with poverty. This holds true to how conservationists and other people in authority link poverty to some environmental issues like deforestation, landscape degradation, and dwindling population of wildlife. Overexploitation and environmental degradation happen when poor people are unable to extract wealth from those resources. This is regarded as downward spiral thesis, which argues that worsening of environmental quality and resources decline is associated to population growth and economic marginalization, which often result to long-term consequences. Thus, poverty that causes environmental degradation would eventually lead to the increase of poverty incidents. Hampering the call for sustainability and access to resources of marginalized sector is also exemplified by the attempts of mining companies to control resources on areas occupied by indigenous people. In the case of Diwata Mountain Range, which is under the Eastern Mindanao Biodiversity Corridor or EMBC, it became a home for numerous animal and plant species and of the Lumads residing there for centuries. As the natural resources in the area are continuously plundered, these indigenous people are fighting to survive. Due to the threat of mining, some of them fight back by creating barricades in front of mining companies, but some of any of them choose to leave their own place. Biologist Jason Ibanez has researched the problems for years. He stated that mining doesn't just destroy the base of indigenous culture, it also adversely affects the social norms and entire value system within a community. He also argues that